Shed some light on some of the incidents over the last 24 hours. We've seen social media be used for some divisive operations. It is a tool that can be used to educate. It can be used to inspire. It can be used to spread a positive message. So I want to highlight that the events that have taken place, we do not condone of, and it takes immense courage in light of these events for persons to step forward. I want to say that these are some of our best and brightest, and I'm going to start by introducing them. We have in constituency 36, Miss Shalea Codrington. We have Miss Kelzine Thompson, who will be running in constituency 21. We also have Mr. Ricardo Nisbet, who will be standing in constituency 17. We have Miss, Charmaine Riley, who will be standing in constituency 16. And we also have the lovely Shakara Richardson, who will be in constituency 3. These individuals have a connection to each one of their communities. We've ensured that persons are from the community, active in the community, and respected and loved in their communities. Thank you. Any questions for the media?
That's just a question for any one of you. Why did you decide to run, and why did you choose to run for the FDM?
So I personally have a lot to say about what's going on in our country. And I've come to a point where I can continue to complain about the issues. I can vent to people that are in my community, and we can have those same conversations going back and forward with each other. But now I'm at a point to where I've decided to take a step forward and say, well, I'm going to put some action behind my word, and I'm going to make my best attempt to make a difference, a positive change in my country.
What about the Free Democratic Movement resonated with you as far as you choosing it to be the party that you represent and that would represent you going forward?
What resonates with me is clean hands and pure hearts.
And I guess to answer that, for me, when I was first approached by the Free Democratic Movement, I had previously been approached by someone in the PLP, and I had presented both parties with the issues that I was facing within my community. And it was the Free Democratic Movement that actually took action behind the things that I was saying. So for me, like I just said, I'm a person that wants to take action on issues that people in my constituency bring to me. They did that for me. And that was just at the by-election. So I want to be a part of something that moves the country forward, where we can actually take action behind the things that we say we're going to do. And we're not just saying things to people. We're not making false promises. We're not actually making promises. We're saying that we want to do our best to address the issues that you bring to us, and we're going to work with you to do that.
What were those specific issues that your constituents were having a problem with, or that you saw in your community?
So in my constituency, based on whom I've spoken to, in the small amount of time that I've had the opportunity to do so, it's infrastructure issues, it is housing issues, it's economic issues, the lack of knowledge that the youth have, the lack of things that we have for the youth to engage in.
It would be nice to hear a little bit about each one of you guys, if possible. What your background, what do you do for work, when did you initially know that you wanted to get into politics? If you're voted in, what changes would you want to implement immediately or start to work on?
So I am Shakara Richardson. I'm actually proud and honored to stand here before the people. My love and passion was hospitality, but unfortunately that took a turn for the worse as the industry was pretty much failed. So now I am actually a business owner, not of one, but 2 businesses. I am also of a product of the late Hilton Richardson, who was a founder of St. David's Primary as well as St. Luke's AME. And he also was an advocate for the community for all and not some. And I'm here to actually take the lead from him.
What changes would you like to see in your constituency?
Start with at least keeping the parks tidied and clean for the community children to even have some type of areas, and even the seniors to just go sit and have a walk in the park. Every single park in St. David is neglected, and the bus stops, they're left horrible, and little things like that can make a difference, and being neglected makes the people feel neglected. Okay.
Good day, Bermuda. My name is Charmaine Murphy Riley. I have joined the Free Democratic Movement because I know that there is a lot of things in Bermuda that need to be addressed. I am excited to be a part of the Free Democratic Movement because they have what it takes to change Bermuda and start the healing process for our island.
What are some of the largest issues that you see in your constituency?
I will be representing proudly the constituency 16, an area that I was born and raised in. And for me, mostly is the antisocial behavior that I see. I work closely with young people on a regular basis, and I see the pain in their hearts, that they feel afraid of Bermuda. And then a lot of times they want to leave Bermuda and they just don't feel secure here. It's important for us to create an atmosphere and an island that they feel safe and loved and see that they can build a future for themselves and their families. You're welcome.
My name's Ricardo Nesbitt. I've been working at Hamilton Princess for 23 years. I've been in the hotel division as an executive chef steward for the last 15 years. So I'm coming from a union background. I'm here to, work for the people of Bermuda and everybody. But the hotel division, which is a division which is the most least economic, I'm here to stand for those people. I'm here to look to make sure that the rights of Bermudians are being, secured. I'm looking at the hotel division, so many places in Bermuda where people are not unionized. So that's one of the most important things that I'm looking to do, to make sure that every worker in Bermuda is unionized and has some form of representation. So we're here to represent the people that are not being represented, and that's everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Nisbet. What are some of the changes that you've seen in the hospitality industry over the last few years, and do you see yourself being able to address any of those changes should you be voted in?
Well, under the tutelage of the Honorable Mark Bean, I think that his reputation speaks for itself, and that's honesty and integrity. So that's what I'll be representing.
Good evening and good day, everyone. My name is Kelsey Thompson. I will be representing C21. I'm representing that area because I grew up in that area. My uncle is Shebert Smith. He had a song says Bermuda is another world, and I believe that we are a unique another world, but we have gotten away from it. In the constituency that I will be running in, they have lacked hope. So we know that PLP has done whatever they've done, ABA has done whatever they have done. FDM is to say that we're going to pick up the loopholes where they're not done. So whatever they were lacking, I'm here to pick up. Whatever they have done, I'm here to do it better. They are lacking hope. So they feel that for the people that I've spoken to, they feel that they only see politicians when it's time for election. I came up in that area where Stanley Morton was around every single time. That's who I'm going to go over his back and be around there every single time. For the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, I'm going to be there to support them. So I'm there to bring C21 the hope that they are looking to make it better for them. I'm a collector, so I'm used to dealing with people that sometimes it's tough calls, but the end result is I'm there to help people.
Ms. Thompson, thank you very much. In the last general election in 2020, did you envision that 5 years from then, or less than 5 years from then, you'd be running in a general election? And what changes would you like to see should you be voted in?
I didn't think that I was going to run a business to next general election. However, the people have spoken. If everyone can see is that we have a lot of new faces in PLP, a lot of new faces in the ABA, and a lot of independent people that's running. So the people have spoken. They don't want to vote for either party. They want that little piece in that person in the middle. So that's what we're here for. What I would hope to see is that everyone come together, because it's not just going to take FDM. It's not just going to take PLP. it's not going to take just ABA. It's going to take all of us to come together. If that party is for the people, it's going to take all of us to come together for the people, and I want to be a part of that to make that change.
As mentioned, I'm Shalea Codrington, running in constituency 36. I am a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur, I am a coordinator, I work a 9-to-5 job, and I am a student at Bermuda College. And one of the main concerns that I have is educating the youth about financial management so that when they do get to a certain age, they're not scrambling around for funds and they're not struggling financially, but they have a secure foundation that would help them to live the rest of their lives comfortably.
Ms. Codrington, being a business owner, but also being a student, and now in politics, I'd imagine you're interacting with quite a large segment of the population.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say amongst all the people that you've interacted with in regards to the changes you'd like to see in Bermuda and they'd like to see in Bermuda? What are the top 3 issues that people have brought to you specifically?
Housing, finances, not having enough money, and infrastructure.
Hi, Sarah from the Royal Gazette. You've mentioned some overriding issues that seem to be popping up a lot, housing and infrastructure. Could you go into a little bit more detail about what you would like to see done about those issues?
So I would just jump in to say that if everybody listening, those questions are very valid. Housing in particular, we do have a housing policy. It was released in November. It is available on our website, FDM .bm, excuse me. So infrastructure is a big issue as well. Our economic policy touches on some of these things. We look at the infrastructure issues from a point of view that money is not being spent in the best way possible. So we seem to be falling short, whether that be Tynes Bay, whether that be the potholes, whether that be upgrades. We're in Sessions House right now that, to my knowledge, has not been in active use for a good bit now. If you can see, there are some structural issues all around the building. These are the things that we want to see fixed, that we want to see in working order. It's a beautiful structure. It is a historic structure. We should be using it for its intended purpose. So that's how we would answer those 2 specific questions.
Okay. And can you speak to the rest of your candidates when you are likely to be rolling those out?
So we will look to have a couple of more press conferences before nomination day. So between now and Thursday.
And you looking to still have a full slate of 36?
Well, we're looking to meet the people and give them exactly what they're looking for.
Does that include 36 candidates?
Find out before the nomination day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.